Hey Dan, I just wanted to make a quick video on the train to Toijala, which is where Preston lived when he was in Finland. We are somewhere between Helsinki and Toijala, flying along at about 100 miles per hour on a train. So this is pretty much rural Finland, which, as you can see, is remarkably like rural Minnesota and Wisconsin. You could definitely see why so many Finns and Swedes and Norse settled there 100 years ago. I mean, really, if you woke up and looked out, you would not know which country you were in until you saw the place names. Even then, you might not know where you are given the number of Scandinavian place names there are in Minnesota, Wisconsin. But we're going up to meet all of Preston's host families, his 4 host families. It's actually really nice. We're going to be up there only for about 2 hours. So we're taking the train. It's about an hour and a half up. We did a 2-hour ferry ride, hour and a half up to his city. We'll be there for about 3 or 4 hours. We come back to Helsinki. We'll stay there in a hotel tonight. We'll have tomorrow morning to do things in Helsinki. And then we'll be heading back to Tallinn. But Preston's super excited because he hasn't been back here in 2 years, obviously. And, I think he's excited to show us where he lived. But yeah, you go through here, and of course, I guess the real difference is that the streets are all mostly covered in snow, and like in Minnesota where everything gets hosed down with salt. But other than that, it looks like a typical Minnesota winter. It's about 3 o'clock here, maybe 10 minutes shy of sundown. So, anyway, all is,
You go, okay. You came here in Helsinki?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just met.
all is, yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. The conductor just came through. I thought she was going to throw me off, since I'm mashed against the window, putting fingerprints on it. Anyway, I've definitely noticed a slight difference in behavior in Finland that I did in Estonia. Now, granted, it's a small test sample, I get that. But, they seem a little more interactive. Maybe just slightly. Maybe that was just Helsinki, we'll see. We're going to a town that's only 1,000 people. So, anyway, I think I'll just, I did want to talk about actually talking to people. I think I told you I'd made a breakthrough, was actually able to talk to Kaya and Velo. They're the ones who own the coffee shop. Now, Velo, his parents are Estonian, but they moved to Montreal before he was born to escape communist rule. He was born in Montreal, raised there, and ended up coming back to Tallinn and meeting his wife, Kaya, marrying and then settling down here and having kids. So, what defines who gets to be Estonian, right? We have the same argument right now in America. So in Estonia, who gets to be Estonian? Is Velo as Estonian as anybody else? The people whose parents or grandparents moved here from Russia, or maybe who were planted here. here being Estonia from Russia? You know, are they just as Estonian as anybody else now? I did make a contact with a guy who I'm going to go open water swimming in the Baltic with. He swims every morning at 7. So maybe Sunday morning I'll be out with him. You know, maybe he's more Estonian. I don't know. It always seems like everybody who talks to me, there's something about them that they're just not quite your typical working class Estonian. Anyway, I hope you can hear this. I'm trying to talk quietly enough while I'm on the train. So, I guess that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Here's a quick view of everybody on the train.